said I've got an 8-year-old.
Looks like everybody's seated, just about, but please take your seats. We will start the next section of our presentation, and Brian Holst will introduce our first guest.
There are, of course, seats up in the front for people that are still finding their food. I hope you enjoy the dinner by Abby's Kitchen. It's really my pleasure to be able to introduce somebody that can speak to one of the really important elements of that drive innovation. That's talent, and the talent that we need in our state to be able to have the economic development for the future. And that's part of our own team here at the Juneau Economic Development Council. We have a STEM AK program, which is a statewide science, technology, engineering, and math initiative. And the leader of that program is Mary Hakala. She's our STEM education coordinator. That's where we focus on K-12 education. She's a lifetime resident of Juneau, a high school graduate, and holds the women's record in the 100-meter dash or something fantastic like that. Yay, Mary is. She's talented. She's the founder of Alaska Great Schools, and she's been a long-time advocate for education. She joined JEDC in 2007, and since taking charge of our STEM AK program across all of Alaska, she's been responsible for the training of hundreds of teachers, thousands of students, and has done a tremendous job in raising awareness about the importance of STEM education and talent development in the state of Alaska. Mary?
Thank you. Now let's see if I can figure this out. First, before we get going, any major endeavor takes a team. And as we look at STEM education, science, technology, engineering, math, more and more you'll see the importance of teamwork and building bridges between different perspectives, talents, to come together and make something bigger than one individual. So I want to turn and introduce my two colleagues in the STEM AK office who are extraordinary people. Becca Parks, she's the first Lego League queen in Alaska. And Bob V is an extraordinary tinker and inventor and master engineer with kids fabricating and thinking about what's possible. So, to my two colleagues, thank you. We're a team. That's pretty awesome. So, for a moment, science, technology, engineering, math. Look around you. Think about how it improves the quality of our life. The marvel of the fork that you might be holding in your hand. The marvel of engineering, metallurgy. The bioscience that went into the biotechnology, perhaps, that went into the seeds and the plant species that are in your salad dish. The soil science, the transportation, the infrastructure. The myriad of ways that science, technology, engineering, math impacts us, but we don't always notice it. So celebrate it, and every bite you take, enjoy the quality of life that science, technology, engineering, math brings to you. So let's go on. Oh, now I've got to see if I can side click. Let's not. Where do I? Okay, guys. Technology.
Push the down arrow.
It's not working.
Push the arrows on the top.
Okay. We'll do it. There's always, you know, the cool thing about engineering, there's always more than one way to solve a problem. So why STEM? STEM is a STEM, sorry, I'm befuddled. Okay, try it now. Okay, we got it now. Okay, so a STEM literate workforce drives innovation, invention, entrepreneurship. What is a STEM? Now you'll hear about it in the national arena, and it can be a little confusing. So I want to take just a minute. We talk about STEM jobs. Those are typically the professions: scientists, engineers, mathematicians, actuaries, CPAs. Again, expertise, tremendous content knowledge. More and more, you hear about STEM skills. Those are the skills that are acquired by practicing science, by learning and applying engineering. They're process skills that are ending up to be invaluable in today's economy, no matter what sector you work in, no matter what occupation. It's hard to imagine, whether it's mining, it's maritime industry and trades, a hospital ER room, that STEM isn't a pivotal component in the quality of life and the opportunities for young people. So let's look at the jobs. Red is STEM employment. Blue is non-STEM employment. Again, this is kind of categorized, looking at that snapshot of STEM jobs that are more typically considered the STEM professions: scientists, engineers, those professions. So just looking at that, you can see the growth possibilities that exist. They're high quality jobs. They pay well. And what some of the recent research has found, both by U.S. Department of Commerce, using labor statistics, and also Georgetown University Center for Workforce and Education, that STEM degree holders earn more money no matter where they work, because the marketplace values those skills. So why STEM education though? I mean, you've got all these opportunities. Unfortunately, the reality is there's a gap. It's like we also have a convergence of forces. It's important to point out that we had a generation that was inspired by the Sputnik generation. They're now on the eve of retirement. 50% of Boeing, 50% of NASA, and 75% of IBM engineers could retire today. So we have this convergence of retiring talent, and really our society has not celebrated science, technology, engineering, math. They've not been the heroes. And I think it was Dean Kamen who founded First Robotics said, you know, what a society celebrates, they get. So part of our job in terms of looking at helping create the talent to drive innovation is to help also change that broader mindset and to begin to celebrate the accomplishments in science, technology, engineering, math. And that's just not just the school's job. So STEM jobs in Alaska. You know, sometimes we're a little different than the lower 48. So we looked at a few national statistics. And I can see a lot of my slides got a little jumbled because of translation. So it's always interesting what technology does. It went from PowerPoint to iPages, and there was so it's a little hard to read. But the reality is there's job opportunities. Department of Labor in February of 2011 did a projection and looked at STEM occupations in Alaska. And they projected 8,000 new opportunities out there. In healthcare sector, and I really do think, usually healthcare is not included in the STEM workforce, but you know, again, you go into an ER room, I see STEM all around me. Science, technology, engineering, math, practice, active practice. And in terms of building capabilities in our young people and opportunities, that is an opportunity there. They also make people with STEM skills Employed in STEM occupations make more money. It's well compensated. The market sees and values those skills. Are our kids prepared? Well, it's a little troubling. Looking at ACT test data from 2012, these are college-bound kids. 52% did not meet the benchmark for math, and 70% did not meet the benchmark for science. Now, the benchmark represents a statistical probability of a 50% chance of a B or higher, or 70% chance of a C. So, to an introductory college class. I took a look at the SAT advanced placement data. 13 Alaska students took the AP computer science test. The good news is 11 of those 13 kids scored a 4 or 5. 5 being the top score you can get. That's awesome. But only 13 in Alaska? Think how ubiquitous computer science is and the opportunities it presents. We've been working hard since 2007 on advancing STEM education in Alaska. And I want to tell you a success story, because it's easy to look at some of the negatives. I mean, there's gaps, there's needs. And that's also why I'm here today. First, robotics. In 2007, actually we started investing in FIRST Robotics in 2008. In Southeast Alaska, there were a handful of kids in the Gifted and Talented program in Juneau who got to mess around with FIRST LEGO League and Para Robotics. They didn't actually have a team. There are now hundreds. Across Alaska, there's over 2,000 kids involved with teams. It went from, as you can see, 3 spots in 2008 to 50 communities. Okay, that's not just the big hubs. We're squashing the gender gap. 45% of the FIRST LEGO League participants are girls, as compared to the national average of 25 to 30%. The particularly cool thing about that is that girls in middle school often start falling off the charts because it becomes uncool to be smart and good at science and math and these kind of things. But you know what? We're really getting close to 50%, and that's exciting because the girls that I see, out there competing realize that they can be good at this. They can have fun with this. And it opened doors of opportunity. So what does STEM education look like? Here's some faces. Hi, I wish I had a little pointer, but it might be robotics. It might be engineering. There's underwater robots there. There's kitchen chemistry. There's rocketry, avionics. There's marine biology. There's alternative energy and hydroelectric energy camps where kids explore science hands-on. Critical element, kids doing it, not just reading about it. On the far right-hand side, teacher training. Teachers didn't necessarily get trained in these new technologies. We need to support them, we need to give them a shot in the arm and give them a chance to learn it and play with it and have fun with it and then share it with kids. So practical next steps. Education has to be considered an economic imperative. We need to elevate the importance of science, technology, engineering, and math. And that's not that all of us, industry, individuals, parents, as a society, I think we will get what we celebrate and what we value. We need to invest strategically. Public-private partnerships hold tremendous opportunity. Think about how your business, the university, all of us can invest something in advancing this idea and helping change the social paradigm so that it's not okay for us to walk down the street and go, or we talk to our kid and go, I'm no good at math. You would never hear a parent in China or Korea or Finland talk about it so cavalierly. So STEM is about developing the talent that drives innovation. And legislators are going to be talking a lot about oil and tax policy. I hope we also can encourage them and all of us to talk about education and the critical element of the human talent that we're developing and the need to foster more science, technology, engineering, math opportunities for kids, both in the school day and outside the school day in many, many different ways. Thank you.